stitching over here is basically a fabric stack. My fabric stack right now consists of 3 layers of fine muslin, and the top layer is actually quite a premium fabric. It's actually Thai silk, white in color, 90 GSM I believe. I picked this up from the Jim Thompson showroom last time I was in Bangkok. And specifically these are 20 inches by 30 inches, and I'm basically going around the edges, 1 inch from each edge, and doing a basting stitch. Okay, I'm a guy of modest means. This t-shirt, for example, I picked this up for 300 bucks several years back, and I'm still wearing it. So I don't spend a lot on clothes, for example, but I do tend to splurge when it comes to my bedding. Egyptian cotton bed sheets, my blanket being quite expensive. I tend to splurge on those, yeah. So one of my requirements this time was to have a really bespoke pillowcase made out of silk. Now, specifically the design that I had in mind had silk only on one side, the other side would be made of good quality denim to impart it good strength. And the silk itself is 90 GSM, so it's not strong enough. So that's why you have silk with a backing of muslin to give it that slight strength. And that's what this guy is stitching right now. And yeah, in about a day's time, I think I'll have a set of very nice pillowcases for me to use. Fingers crossed. You missed a spot. Just shut up. Let me do my work, yeah? Okay, so I've been working on this for the last 1 hour, and here's where I'm at. This is the one with the pencil line, so that's the initial basting stitch, followed by this half fold seam, which is held together by the second stitch over here. Focus, damn it. Oh, there you go. So that's the stitch for the seam, and this is the earlier basting stitch. So that's all good. Now I wanted to run a diamond shaped quilting pattern over the entire surface. For that I have first stitched a boundary which is approximately 2 inches from this edge over here all around. Now I want a diamond shaped quilting pattern, and I don't want it at 45 degrees, I want it to be parallel to the diagonal from one corner to the other. So that's the mark over here. Now I could have used a quilting ruler like this to lay out the entire pattern of the quilt lines. I'm not going to do that, it takes too long. Instead I will use one of these attachments. You stick it to the side of the sitting foot, whatever it is that you're using,
And then basically the way this works is, you'll see it in a short while, but you basically align this knife edge to the previous stitch line, and then you run a new stitch line parallel to this one. And it's a fairly easy process to do, and it's a lot quicker. By the way, guys, this kind of knife attachment, it's also, I'm using a walking foot over here, but they are also available for your standard shank. Same principle, it hooks onto a hole over here, spring loaded. So yeah, basically helps you keep your stitch line parallel to a previous line, which is aligned to this knife edge. Okay, so this one is 28 inches and 18 inches. Awesome. So yesterday I finished one half of the pillowcase. So this is the silk panel, that would be the top part. By the way, I forgot to mention this. The pattern that you'll see me cutting is for a pillow that's a standard 27 by 17 inch. I don't know about other parts of the world, but that's a pretty popular size in India. And now that I have this, I need to make the other side, which I'm going to make out of this really good quality yet lightweight denim. And that's what I'm going to do. You will see the pattern put up on the screen. The amount of overlap that you have is very important. Now I did test them out, and if you have too much of an overlap, then you will end up struggling and wrestling the pillow within the pillowcase. If it's too little, then at the middle of the night the pillowcase might come off. So I think I have nailed it down to just the perfect size. Okay, so here's what I've done. The double folded hem on both the pieces are done. I have actually gone ahead and stitched it twice for added strength, and I have ironed out a single fold seam on the three remaining sides. So this one is double folded hem, and you have a seam on the remaining three sides. Okay, and now it's time to assemble everything. The way this goes down is you start stitching at the corner so that everything is in place. So you have the silk panel along with the quilting on one side and the denim on the other. Now you have to remember that this thing obviously doesn't go the full way because you need that cut. So this goes about there, and what you need to do is you mark that. And also, you cannot stitch all the way through because underneath will go the second piece. So that is right here, and you also have to ensure that the length is properly marked out. You will see in a little while why this is important. So that's how, as far as it will go. Where did I keep my pencil? There it is. So right about there. So I have two marks now, there and there. So before you reach the first mark, you have to ensure that this piece is in place, and then you can continue the stitching as usual. So this brings us to the end of this video. It's been a really fun little project. Of course, I have just one pillow cover. I have to make a set, so there's another one to be made. But yeah, it was a quick little project that you can try yourself at home. I really like the selection of materials that went into this thing, and it's really robust. I mean, I believe it will last a long time. And it's pretty luxurious. Oh, it's really soft. Yeah. I made this for a special person who is also a subscriber to my channel. She has always been forthcoming in terms of marketing my channel content, and I believe the 59 or so subscribers that I have, a large part of it is due to her efforts. So I'm going to give this to her as a present. There's another giveaway I have to have for another person, another special subscriber of mine. I haven't quite figured out what to give him. Maybe it will be a subject of my next video, or maybe thereafter. Let's see. Anyway guys, that's all the time I have for you for this video. Hopefully I'll see you next time. You guys have a nice day. Bye.